Okay, it was easy paper. So just the basics you got, right?
Yes, sir. I got 8 out of 8.
Okay. So some people has not written the test in the vice app. Some has written in the toppers, right? So how many have written in the toppers?
Sir, I have done. So actually, I've done from both the both tests, even in topper as well as in ViceApp.
Sorry.
Sir, I have done through both apps, sir, through topper as well as ViceApp.
Okay.
Sir, question number 2 is wrong, sir.
Question paper?
Question number 2, I think.
Question number 2.
Yes, sir.
In this paper.
Yes, sir. The actual the answer is
Yes, sir. I
electron, I
also
guess.
think.
Yeah, so the actual answer is electron.
Yeah,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Electron is the
I should
answer.
get second rank, sir.
Me too, sir.
Sir, I should get first rank.
Which one?
So why is the answer humidity, sir?
Sir, I did. Yeah, sir.
Is it
It's
humidity?
electron.
Okay, we'll discuss the question paper completely now. So what is the answer of first one? Select the one which is not a matter.
Feeling of hot.
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 The feeling of hot.
Is the answer.
Option A.
The feeling of hot.
Feeling of hot.
Sir, according to the question one, humidity is a matter, but according to question two, it is not.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
I think, sir, A and C both are correct.
So feeling
Yes,
of
sir,
hot is the
yes.
correct answer for that. C is the humidity, right?
The A is semi-correct. The feeling of hot is not.
Humidity, water will
One
have some
second.
mass. Okay, smoke is also will have. Anything which has some mass and occupies some space is the matter, right?
Yes, sir.
So feeling of hot is not just a feeling, right? So it's not a matter.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, what about the second one?
So, in the second question, according to the first question, humidity is the matter. But
Yes,
as per
sir.
second question, humidity is the non-matter.
That's what, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So mostly the option is wrong. I'll check with that one, okay?
So will you update
Okay,
the
sir.
results?
But then, sir, if it is not humidity, then which one should it be?
I think electron should be the answer.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
We'll discuss it afterwards. Next one, what is the third one? Which is the incorrect statement?
Matter.
Is
Sir,
matter-
A.
Continuous in nature.
A,
Sir,
sir.
option
It
A.
should be
Matter is
particulate.
particulate in nature, actually, but that's why A is the wrong.
So matter is continuous in nature is correct.
So, can you explain this
In case of the
statement,
matter,
sir?
one is the
Matter is
most
not
compact is the solid one, correct?
Sir, matter is not continuous.
Sir, it's particulate.
What about the C?
In the textbook, it's written.
In solid
Sir,
state,
option A
interparticular
is correct.
spaces. Option A is correct.
Yes, sir. Because
sir,
matter
option
is not continuous. It's particle.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
So matter is continuous in nature. Of the three states of matter, the one which is the most compact is the solid state. Hello?
Yes,
sir.
I can hear
Yes,
you.
sir.
Background noise is coming.
No, sir.
Sir, something is coming, sir. Speak. Small sound.
Hmm? So what is the answer for third one?
Option A, sir.
Option A, sir.
Option A.
Option A is
What about the
incorrect.
option C?
Sir, I think
Option C is correct, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I
because
think
option B is
A
S is
correct.
minimum in
space.
solid.
But it should be
Intermolecular
option A since it is
Not
incorrect.
having maximum space.
Minimum.
The
Option
density
A,
of the
right?
solid is greater than that of the liquid. Of the three states of matter, the one which is the most compact is a solid one.
Oh,
So what is the
option-
correct option, sir? A or C?
It should be A, sir.
Yes, sir. It is A only.
Yes, sir. It should be A.
Should be A, sir.
It should be
A.
It is
A.
A only, sir.
Option A, sir.
A.
okay.
Option
What about the fourth one?
Excuse me, sir.
Intermolecular force.
Sir, can you please
Intermolecular
explain the
force.
statement?
Option C.
Sorry, someone is asking some doubt.
Sir, can you explain matter is continuous in nature? Can you explain this statement?
So suppose if you take the matter is continuous in nature means you can say you can have the example like what you will say solids is there or the liquids is there, right? Sorry, solid state. Air is there, is yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Which is continuous in nature only, right? To take
So
any,
then option is right. Is correct, right?
sorry,
So then if matter is continuous in nature, then option is correct, right?
continuous in nature, it's not possible, right? First, correct?
Yes, sir. I'm not aware, but like, can you explain this?
1 minute, please. Incorrect statement. First, we will check the three options is incorrect only, right? The density of the solid is generally more than the liquid. Okay. Solids intermolecular space is minimum. Of the three states of matter, one is the most compact. Okay. So matter is continuous in nature. So if you take the matter is continuous in nature, it is not possible, right? It will not be continuous, right? Everything. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So first I said sorry, wrong. It is matters are not continuous. It is not continuous in nature. It is incontinuous only, right? If you take the solid or the liquid, only some space it will occupy, not the complete one. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So obviously matter is not in continuous, right?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Is it clear?
sir, so the correct answer is C or A?
A only.
A.
Okay. So what about the fourth one? The fourth,
Intermolecular
particles
force.
of matter together is known as
Intermolecular force. Intermolecular force.
intermolecular force. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What about the fifth one?
Sublimation.
Sublimation.
The process involved in the change of state from solid to gas is called as
Sublimation.
sublimation. The process involving change of state from solid to gas is called as sublimation. Next one, sixth one.
Option
It
Option
has
C.
a definite
It has definite
volume, but
volume,
not
but
a
not
definite
Definite
shape.
volume but not definite shape.
So sixth one will have liquid will have the definite volume but no definite shape. What about the seventh one?
Sir, CO2 in solid
CO2
state.
CO2 in solid state.
CO2 in solid state.
No.
CO2 in the solid state. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right one, last one. A solid melts to form liquid.
All of the above.
All of the
Sir, I
above.
think it's Modita.
Yes, sir. From
Hello,
what
sir?
some disturbance is coming, sir.
It's not from my side, it's from one of your side only. Okay. Eighth one is a solid melts to form the liquid. So what is the answer?
All of the above.
So all are required, right? Interparticle distance increase. Intermolecular force of attraction will decrease. Compressibility will
Increase.
increase. So all of the above. So except second one, remaining all are okay. Second one,
Yes, sir.
some options is wrong is there. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So any doubts in this?
Sir, I'm still confused. Is humidity a matter or not?
Yeah, I will explain you that one in the next class.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, humidity is not matter, right? Since it's the feeling of the water, it's like the amount of water vapor which is in the air
Yeah.
it cannot be considered as matter. It's like a term for the amount of water vapor in the air. So
Amount
it
of water
cannot be
present in
considered.
the air only.
Yeah, so it cannot be considered as water vapor
Okay.
as a matter.
Okay, I will explain you that in the next class about what is the correct statement for that. Generally, whatever you said is correct only. It's just the amount of water vapor present in the air. So we'll feel the humidity, right?
Sir, but humidity occupies some space, right? If I'm not wrong, humidity occupies some space.
Yeah, somewhat doubt is there about that. We'll discuss it in the next class. Apart from that, any doubts are there?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So last class we discussed about the compound and mixture, right? Up to
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Differences between compound and mixture.
so, what are the difference between the compound and mixture? What is a compound?
Sir, in compounds, two elements are combined chemically, whereas in mixture, two elements are combined physically.
Sir, in compounds, there is fixed ratio of elements, and in mixture, there is uneven ratio of elements.
In the compounds,
Sir, in the compounds, there's a fixed ratio, and sir, in mixtures, there is uneven mixture of compounds, like elements and compounds.
I want
Uneven
to
ratios.
compounds are the two substance. Sorry, compounds are the substance which contain two or more components which combine chemically and will have the definite ratio, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
What's the
sir.
definition of mixture?
Mixture is substances which two or more substances which are mixed physically and do not have an even ratio.
So mixture also
Mixture does not have a even ratio.
they have the uneven ratios, right?
Yes,
The
sir.
mixture
That's
two
why.
or more components will be present, but it will have the uneven ratios. Then what is the next difference? Generally, compounds are homogeneous in nature, and the mixtures are the heterogeneous in the nature.
Nature. Sir, again, melting and boiling points of compound usually sharp and fixed.
So melting and boiling point of the compounds are usually sharp and fixed.
Fixed. In
But
mixture,
in the
it
case
is
of
not.
mixture, it will not be sharp and the
Sharp
fixed,
and
right?
fixed.
And one
And-
more last important point is the constants of the compound cannot be separated by physical methods like filtration, sedimentation, like this. But the mixture components can be separated by the physical methods. It is also important point. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
So everyone has to turn on your videos first. So next we'll go to the next topic. What is the equation of photosynthesis?
So H2O plus CO2 gives C6H12.
C6H12
O6, sir.
O6
O6.
plus O2.
What is the C6H12O6?
Sir, glucose.
It's a glucose formula. Okay, so you can see the screen, right?
Yes, sir.
So next we'll discuss about the properties of matter. So in that first one is the physical properties. What is the meaning of physical properties?
So outer appearance.
The outer appearance, it does not include any chemical change.
Physical properties are the properties of the matter which can be measured without any chemical change in the composition of the matter, right? The properties which can be measured without any changing in the chemical composition. That is the physical properties of the matter. Then what are the examples of physical properties of matter?
Sir, can you explain once more physical properties of nature, matter?
So suppose if any matter is there, okay. To measure the properties of the matter, we should not change any chemical composition of that matter, or we should not disturb that matter. Suppose if you say color, if you want to say the color, Whether you want to change anything in the matter? No, right?
Yes.
If you want to change the shape of the substance, you want to change anything chemically in the matter? No, right?
No. Yeah.
So whatever the properties we are saying without disturbing the matter are called as the physical properties.
Okay.
So chemical properties means what? You have to undergo the chemical reactions. If the matter undergoes the chemical reaction only, then only you can say the chemical properties of the matter. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
So again, physical properties of the matter are two types.
Intensive.
Intensive properties and the extensive
Extensive.
properties. So what is the meaning of intensive property? What is the meaning of intensive properties? Have you listened this term first?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So intensive properties of the matter which does not depends upon quantity of the matter present in it. Properties of the matter which does not depends upon the quantity of the matter present in it. That is the intensive property. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Suppose if you take temperature, whether temperature will depends upon the quantity of the matter?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sir, can density be an extensive property then?
Yeah, density is an extensive property. Here, the properties of the matter which depends upon the quantity of the matter. Understanding? Difference between these two. See here.
Yes, sir.
The properties of the matter which does not depends upon either the size of the system or the quantity of the matter present in it are called as the intensive properties. So intensive property means does not depends upon the quantity and size. That is called as an intensive physical properties. Example: pressure, temperature. Sorry, density will comes under the extensive property only because density is equal to mass by volume, right?
Yes, sir.
It depends upon the mass. Specific heat, surface tension, viscosity, refractive index, all these are the intensive properties. Okay.
Sir, pressure.
Pressure is also
What is refractive index?
intensive property. So pressure, temperature, surface, specific heat, surface tension, viscosity, all these are the intensive properties. The properties which depends upon the quantity of the matter present on the system are the extensive property like mass, volume, energy, and the enthalpy.
Sir?
Yeah.
So what is refractive index?
Refractive index, it's better, suppose the amount of reflection of the light. Diamond will have the more refractive index, right?
Yes, sir. It'll just shine and bounce off.
So it will come in the physics topics, like
Okay.
the amount of
Is that
reflection
the
of
one?
light. Sorry. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is it audible?
Yes, sir, it is audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Someone asked about the refractive index, right?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
It's the amount of reflection of the light. How much light will be reflected if you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I just left due to an internet issue.
Okay. So extensive property means what? The properties which
Which
depend
depend
upon
on quantity and
Which
size.
depends of
Quantity
quantity of matter.
quantity of matter.
depends upon the quantity of the matter present in this called as an extensive properties. So these two are the physical properties. Next, what is the chemical property? What about the chemical properties? Physical properties means we should not disturb the chemical composition of the substance, or we should not make any changes in the substance. But in the chemical properties, we can determine the chemical properties only by chemical change in the substance.
Sir, can you repeat?
We can determine the chemical properties of any substance by only chemical change in the substance. So once it undergoes the chemical change only, we can determine the chemical properties, like reactivity. Have you listened to the term reactivity?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Some elements are more reactive in nature, some elements are least reactive in nature. Yes or no? Suppose if you put the sodium in the water, it will start burning easily. It will catch up the fire easily because sodium is most reactive. When it will be known most reactive? Because whenever the sodium will go and react with the water, there is a chemical reaction is happening, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then only you can say that is a more reactive. Suppose if you put the silver or copper in the water, whether the reaction will take place, it is a late reaction, right? So it is a least reactive. So reactivity is a chemical properties. The properties which will depends upon the chemical change in the substance are called as chemical properties. Okay. Suppose if do you know study the mole definition? Have you know what is a mole?
Sir, luminous intensity.
No, luminous intensity is the basic unit of SI units, one of the basic SI units. Mole is also one of the basic SI units. Suppose in the physics we'll use kgs, right, for measuring of mass or weight.
Yes, sir.
But in the chemistry, mostly we'll use the mole concepts. Okay, we will explain in the third chapter about what is a mole.
Sir, are you doing second chapter?
It's a combination of first and second will come in this.
Okay.
Okay. So amount of substance in the.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, can you explain this chemical property? I'm not understanding. I did not understand.
Suppose if you take physical property is clear, right?
Yes, sir, physical property is clear.
Sir, after this, can you go up? I was writing definition of mole, sir.
Sorry.
Sir, after this, can you scroll up, sir? I need to write the definition of mole.
Okay, okay. So you can see here directly. It's the ability of the matter to react with the surroundings or other substance. So during the chemical process, the matter composition will change. So chemical properties is nothing but any change. If you want to measure the properties of the substance, if you want to, should make compulsory the change, chemical change in the substance. If you want to measure the properties of the substance, chemical properties of the substance, you should make the compulsory the chemical change in the substance. Understanding? So without the
we should do any changes in chemical.
Chemically, we should have some changes should be happen. Then only we can measure the chemical properties of the substance. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next one, what is the difference between the mass and weight?
So once can you explain about mole, sir?
Mole is the amount of substance. That's all. I will give detailed explanation about the mole in the chapter number 3.
Okay, sir.
So mole is also one of the basic concepts of SI units. It is defined as the amount of substance. Okay. So complete mole concept I will explain in the chapter
Yes,
number
sir.
3.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
What is the difference between the mass and weight?
So can I answer?
Yeah.
So mass is like a particular weight by the given volume of the object, whereas weight is just the weight of the object.
So can I try?
Yeah.
So mass is the amount of matter in an object, and weight is the gravitational pull that is exerted on an object.
Good. Mass is the amount of matter, right? How much amount of matter is present in the substance? That is the mass. So just is the amount of matter. But what about the weight? Amount of the matter plus along with the gravitational force acting on the matter, right?
Sir, can you say again?
So mass is the just amount of matter present in the substance. Present in system, okay. What about the weight? It is a mass plus gravitational force acting on the substance, right? Understanding? Amount of the matter plus whatever the gravitational force is acting on that matter is a weight. Combination of two is a weight. Suppose if you take Earth and the moon, whether mass is same on these two cases or not?
Yes, sir.
No,
It's the
sir.
same.
Because it's just a measuring of the amount of matter, right? Matter will not change. But whatever the gravitational force of the Earth is different and the gravitational force of moon is different. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So the weight will change. Mass is same. But whatever the weight will be
Different.
from these two. Because the gravitational force factor will change on the Earth and the moon. So what is it for gravitational force? Do you know this formula, conversion formula? Suppose if a person is weighing around 72 kgs on the Earth,
So I will wait once it's on the moon.
what is the weight on the moon then?
So 12 kgs.
So 12 kgs. 12 kgs.
The conversion factor is 1/6.
6.
Okay, so the same weight on the moon will be the 12 kgs. But the mass is constant everywhere. If you take the mass of the same person, is 72 kgs will be here, and the 72 kgs also will be here. Understanding? The mass is constant in all the places, but the weight will change from place to place due to the change in the gravitational force. Clear? What is the difference between the mass and weight?
Yes, sir.
So same thing as explained in this paragraph. The weight of the substance object changes as the force of the gravity changes, but the mass will not change. What is the mass? Mass of the object is the measure
Matter
of
and object.
amount of matter present in it. That is the mass. So next one is the composition of matter. Already we discussed in the first class itself. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, about molecule.
So atom means the smallest particle of the matter. Group of atoms is called as an molecule. Okay. So group of molecule is called as an
Matter.
matter.
Sir, what is effusion?
What is
Effusion.
effusion?
Yes, sir.
So diffusion and effusion we will study next. Okay, I'll explain you here. It will comes in the order, diffusion and effusion and all. Okay. Here we will discuss that one. The smallest particle of the matter is called as an atom, and group of atoms is called as an molecules. So again, classification of matter we have divided into microscopic and the macroscopic. So in that microscopic, again, we have the solids, liquids, and the gases. So based upon that, we have the theory called as in kinetic theory of matter. So first one is the kinetic theory of matter. So we studied the properties of the solid, liquid, and gases, right? The intermolecular force. And also we studied about the phase change from solid to liquid, liquid to gas. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So how
Yes,
the
sir.
phase change will happen when you are heating or when you are cooling? Generally, you will say as the points, but in the kinetic theory of matter, it will undergoes up to the microscopic level, means how the atoms are interacting. So when you are increasing the temperature, what is going to happen between the atoms? When you're increasing the pressure, what is going to happen between the matter? These things at the microscopic level is explained by the kinetic theory of the matter. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes.
At the,
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
the molecular
Yes,
level, I
sir.
will explain. That is only the kinetic theory of matter. So first one, what is the first point? Any doubts in the first point?
No, sir. No doubt.
All the matter is made up of very tiny particles called as in molecules. So already all these points are already studied, but you don't know what is that theory. That's all. Yes or no? Which theory has explained, you don't know, but already we studied all these properties in the properties of solid, liquid, and gas. Yes?
Sir, can you explain the meaning of collision?
Sorry?
Collision.
Collision.
Yes, sir. C, fourth C.
In the fourth point,
C.
your voice is not clear first.
Fourth one C.
So she's asking for the fourth, the point C bit, sir.
Okay, we'll go from point to point. Okay. So first point only we are discussing, right? Okay. So all the matter is made up of tiny particles called as in atoms. So group of atoms is called as in molecules. So in the solid state, the particles are rigidly held in the position so that they cannot move from one place to other place, but they will vibrate. So any doubts in second point?
No, sir.
Third point also we discussed it. In the liquid state, the particles are always in the somewhat in continuous motion, and they are not completely separated from each other. Only some space is available, right, between the particles. So they will move only little space, little distance. That is in the liquid. But in the gaseous state, the particles are always in the continuous random motion and almost independent to each other. Okay, you can read these 3 points. I'll explain you what is the exact answer for this. Okay, so in the gaseous state, the particles are always in the continuous random motion. What is the second point in this? The particles in the gas travel much longer distance than in the liquid before they collide with the other particles or with the walls of the container. Have you understand this point? Point number B.
No, sir. I did.
Yes, sir.
How many of you understand?
Sir, I
Raise your
understood,
hands.
sir.
Raise your hands in the Zoom meeting.
Sir, who understand, they will raise, or who don't understand, they?
Just those who understand, you can raise your hands. Okay. And third one, the collision of the particles with the walls of the vessel gives rise to the.
Sir, I did not understand second B and C.
I will explain all the 3 points with the diagram. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So just read the points first. I'll explain you all the 3 points with the diagrams. In the gaseous state, the particles are in the continuous random motion, almost independent of each other. Point B, the particles in the gas travel much longer distance than in the liquid before they collide with the other particles or with the walls of the vessel. What about the C? The collision of the particles with the wall of the vessel gives rise to the pressure of the gas. Suppose you have taken one container. Okay. We will take the two same containers. One is filled with the liquid. Liquid means what? The particles will have only some distance between them, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What about the gas?
Yes.
They are very far away from each other.
So they have a lot of distance between each particle,
So suppose take
a
this
lot of intermolecular space.
as a piston. Suppose in the same amount we are taking the gas particles. Okay. So if you take first one, the gas particles are far away from each other, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And there is more empty space in between the gas molecules compared to the liquid.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So if you take this as an example, this as a gas molecule, it can move in any direction, right? Continuously.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And it can move
Yes, sir.
in the long distance also, because there is more empty space. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The
Yes,
gas
sir.
molecules can move continuously for the long distance because there is more empty space between the molecules. Suppose this gas molecule will, during the movement, it will go and collide with this molecule also, right? Yes or no?
Sir, collide means mix.
Suppose this molecule is moving in different directions. In one point of a time, it will go and collide with other molecules also, right?
Yes, sir. It will.
Or else it can collide with the walls of the container also, right? This is a container.
Yes, sir. It will.
Right? So whenever the gas molecules are colliding with each other or with the walls of the container, it will show some pressure. It will exert some pressure. Understanding? That is the main point here.